Hello, it's Dr. Mitch X. Welcome to my market analysis. We've got a lot to talk through, what's happening with the ISM, how to read it, talking about Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, Solana, and of course, Telcoin. We're going to be looking at some exciting new developments, some breaking news, and of course, using my methodology, research, action, patience, which is look into something with great fundamentals, understand it, learn as much about it as you can, decide when the best time to take action is, and be patient for it to play itself out. It applies to everything in life, and particularly right now with crypto, when everyone's super fearful, and there's a really great opportunity to be both taking action and being patient on what you've researched. So, just want to say this is not financial advice. Do your own research. And it would be great if you haven't already to use the Telcoin app code that I have at the bottom there to start benefiting from the Telcoin ecosystem. Let's get stuck straight into it. So I called it out yesterday saying I think it's a high likelihood bottom. Today is the bottom for Tel. I'm holding myself accountable there. And it's because that blue line is a very strong support. And 25.0025 is a really strong level to act as a bottom. Another big reason that I said it is because the ISM crossed over to 52, 52.6. And that is the signal that we're heading into acceleration. The economy is improving. It's becoming easier to run a business in the United States. So I called that. There's the potential for it to just trade along here for a little bit while the other coins like Bitcoin and Ethereum rally first, but I don't see it going much lower. And the breaking news we'll hear shortly confirms that and supports it. So this is the weekly chart of Telcoin. You've seen this a lot before from me. We've seen last bull market, the big rally there. We've got this purple moving average line, and we're just below that on the weekly chart at the moment. The RSI heat map. So the average is currently 32, which is oversold. So a lot of cryptos in the market at the moment are heavily undervalued and having an average of about 32, 33 across the board. So that's saying things are undervalued, they're oversold. A good time to buy the dip, but could get worse. And that's kind of what it's saying. Fear and greed is still at a massive low, extreme fear. So historically, extreme fear has been good opportunities to buy. Times people look back at as being a really good place that they wish they had have entered. And it's also a time where the market's really upset, depressed, grumpy, angry, lots of bickering in the space. So that's where we are. And this is also where a bull market often starts from, with being down at the 200 moving average on Bitcoin, for example. Bitcoin's heat map. So this is the 48-hour heat map on CoinGlass. So we can see that the bear scenario is roughly where it is, about 72, could go down as low as 69. It's obviously putting pressure on Michael Saylor and MicroStrategy. So yeah, that's a whole nother conversation, but I'm sure you're following that as well. The uptrend would likely take us up to this yellow, build up a liquidity at 78K. And this is telling me that that's where the liquidity is building up. There's not much volume below here. Risk to reward makes sense at these levels. So this is the Bitcoin rainbow chart indicator. It tells you red would be maximum bubble territory of overbought and high risk. Orange sell, seriously sell. Orange FOMO intensifies. Kind of the gold color, is this a bubble? Question mark. The yellow hold. Light green, still cheap. Dark green, accumulate. The teal color, buy, buy, buy. And what we're in right now is fire sale. This is Black Friday, every day of the week this week. Fire sale. We just had the ISM cross 50. It's go time. Smart money is buying the dip. So if you don't want to hear it from me, you can see the Bitcoin whales versus retail data. Most of the people on X who are complaining are retail investors, and most of the people who are buying are smart investors who know what they're doing. So that has to tell you something. Tel sentiment. So Tel is currently the 86th most visited project on CoinMarketCap, which is interestingly above Filecoin and SEI, and also Chili's and some random maybe Dogecoin. So, long way to go. We've been much higher than that before, but I think as a community, we should rally together, keep posting, put out awesome content, support new people entering the community, and I'm happy to really kind of take charge and rally the Tel fam in the way that I do. So yeah, jumped in a call this morning with the Tel Governance Council. Really good. It was early for me, but got in there, had a good listen, and said hi. So yeah, good things are happening. Super excited, and like I said, some breaking news coming up shortly. Tell sentiments also in the middle of the pack. So if you look at this on CoinMarketCap in their community sentiment rankings, you've got the most bullish top 10, Casper and Tau leading the way. I think they're also great. And you've got the most bearish over here, things like VeChain, Monero, Tron, and the gold, the gold-backed coins. So Telcoin not being mentioned on either of those means it's sitting kind of in the middle of the pack somewhere, and there's definitely room for us to make our way onto that bullish side of the board. If you have a look at this one here, this is really interesting. So total numbers of cryptos tracked, so 32.2 million by CoinMarketCap, and that's probably just a fraction of the ones that exist. And if you see in the last 30 days, 2.6 million coins were created. So that's the type of space that crypto's in at the moment. Is there's so much bifurcation of liquidity, there's so much dilution amongst all the different coins, and really it's only the ones in the top 100 that will do well, and outside of that it's risky. There'll be a few that are good, but yeah, you really want to focus on fundamentals. ETH's heat map, I'm not really the biggest fan of ETH, but ETH is, yeah, looking down just like the rest. 2K is a support, 3K would be like a local resistance. XRP, the same, it's got a lot of build up at about $1.95. It's sitting down at $1.50 at the moment. It's had like a quadruple bottom down there. It's not really that common. Pell's heat map, again, massively sold off. The biggest resistance will be that 7 mark, 007. Another resistance will be 0044. So just letting you guys know, those levels, it'll probably turn back depending on when it happens, but they will act as resistance. So for those of you saying that 99% of my TA sucks, I would suggest that you put in limit sells at those with a note saying I told you to do it, and then you can change your opinion of me. So 0.0025 is a support. I think that's the bottom. 44 is a good level to take a little bit off the table if you're short term. 0.007 is a good place to take some off the table if you don't want to feel the pain of it pulling back at resistance. As you know, my target's been 55 cents for almost 2 years now, actually. I've got it right here, the reasoning. I've explained it lots of different times. I've called the bottom at 0025. If you're looking for some different exit strategies along the way, you've got 1.25 cents, 1.5 cents, 3 cents, 4 cents, then all-time high of 6.5 cents, then a double of that, then a double of that again, roughly, which is a high conviction target. Then I think I've got like a triple of the all-time high, and then, sorry, not a triple, 6 of the all-time high, and then you've got 3 to 5 times the TIL Bitcoin pair, just 55 cents. So there's some targets for you. Just a reminder, if you haven't got the app yet, set it up. Version 5 is coming out soon. Really going to be a cool ecosystem to be a part of. And that's just my opinion. So not financial advice, but we've got these key levels to break through: 7, 13, and then obviously higher up the rankings there. So big decision that we all have to make is, what are we going to do with 100% of our holdings in TEL? So obviously, a lot of us love what it stands for. We love the direction it's heading in. And a really big question is, are you going to be a short-term person who sells the rallies, or are you going to be a long-term person who chooses to be long-term despite what's going to happen when it pulls back in the future? Parabolic rallies never continue. They always pull back. And you just have to decide how short term, how long term are you going to be? So, like I just mentioned, there's a few short term resistance levels there, targets. And over here on the long term side, it's a bit of a mindset shift, because you need to be prepared if you're going to be long term to endure pullback. We don't know what type of market the next 5 years is going to be, but it's very likely there could be a 30 to 50 to 70% pullback in the future. But every time I speak to people who say, "Oh, I heard about Bitcoin at $100 a coin. If I held, I would, have millions of dollars." And the thing is, people never get there without being a long-term mindset person. And long-term mindset people have to endure the pain that we're feeling right now. So you can sell the rallies by all means. Great idea. Do it. That's what I think some of them will be. Long term, it's a decision to hold for this cycle and the next. It could be 1% of your portfolio, it could be 100, it could be 20. It's all up to you, but this is the decision we all have to make. The benefits of long term is you get higher prices, but you also get bigger drawdowns. The other benefit is you get to let your winners win. Another benefit is you get to use the ecosystem, the Telcoin digital asset bank. You can text crypto to your friends. And one more is you can store Tel collateral in the future in a insert your choice custodian. It could be Anchorage, could be the Tel app, it could be Coinbase in the future, it could be Commonwealth Bank in the future. I'm not saying that it's all available now. I'm saying some are, but you could store your collateral in a custodian of your choice to lend against for debt-free living. The short-term option doesn't give you that same result unless you do it differently. So this is a decision you have to make. No one can make it for you. Is how are you going to divide up your holdings? How much is short-term? How much is long-term? And I want to encourage you to believe in something for the long term. So the Telcoin heat map, I just showed that. Okay, let's get into some exciting things. So back out of here. Breaking news. Hell eUSD. 5 hours ago on Polyscan, they minted tokens. 5 hours ago, they minted eUSD on Base. There's one holder, one transfer, and it's the minting of 2 million eUSD. That is incredible. 5 hours ago. Now, I heard this from the two Telegram groups that I shared on my X just earlier. So I'm going to give them a shout out. Really great community. Yeah, go sign up to both of those Telegram groups, be a part of it, and we can chat in there as well. So that's on my X. Now we've got Base, 2 million eUSD. We've got Polygon, 3 million eUSD with 33 holders. We've got Solana, 3 million eUSD with 2 holders. 3 transactions have shown up, 3 transfers in the last 2 hours. So eUSD is digital cash. It's a really great part of what Telcoin's doing. They've got the bank accounts for business at the moment. I think personal is coming later. You can pre-apply for a business account. And obviously there's these ones coming soon. So really love the way that the new website looks. Really looking forward to this all coming out. And that's some exciting fundamentals. So back to my little presentation here. What was I up to? I think I've mostly done. Is at the top. Yeah, so just to finish here, is at the top. 30 indicators generally combined give us a bit of an indication whether the market's overheated, whether it's time to sell. I've been posting this for 2 years now on my X, and we are still at 0 out of 30 saying sell. So it is not the top. It's a long way to go. And I will continue to post this as time progresses. And as we start to get into the red, I will be saying to people that it might be time to start to consider selling their short-term bag. I'm going to be telling my community that have a strategy. No one can decide the strategy for you, but as we approach the oversold area, it might be a good idea to sell, 1% every week or 10% in 5 chunks. Like you got to come up with your strategy because timing the top, timing the bottom is very difficult to do. And yeah, this is one massive tool that can help you. So thanks everybody. Just wanted to say, love being a part of this community and research, action, patience is the way to do well. So talk soon. Hit me up in my DMs. And yeah, I'd love a like and a share on this video. Thank you guys. Talk soon.